Good morning, students. Again, I am repeating the Gauss law, and already we have discussed about the electric flux and areal vector and how the flux are linked to the surface. The Gauss law, what it tells, it states that for any distribution of charge, the total electric flux linked with a closed surface is equal to the total net charge enclosed divided by epsilon naught. Again, I am telling that for any distribution of charge, the charge distribution either it may be a point charge or charge may be holding on a body. If it will be enclosed by any closed surface, then whatever the electric fluxes will be linked to that closed surface, that it must be equal to the total net charge enclosed divided by epsilon naught. So here in this case, mathematically phi equal to E vector dot ds vector whole integration, that is you can tell the closed surface, if you take the closed integration, that is equal to net charge enclosed divided upon epsilon naught. So for any distribution, suppose the charge is distributed in this manner, plus q charge is there. If it is enclosed by a surface, so whatever the fluxes will be linked, that flux linked equal to total net charge enclosed divided by epsilon naught. So that we have to prove for the law. Proof. What is the proof? Let an isolated charge plus q is enclosed by a spherical surface. We are enclosing the plus q charge by a spherical surface whose radius is r, that is the r vector. So what will happen? If you consider one point on the surface P, you take an elementary area here at point P. This is the elementary area. You choose is the elementary area, and that area equal to ds, and automatically areal vector will be perpendicular along this direction. So this is the direction of areal vector ds vector. Clear? And as the plus q charge is placed here, so what will be the electric field intensity at point P? So that electric field intensity at point P will be directed outward, E vector along this direction. I think it is clear. So that as it is a circular, because of that radius is always perpendicular to that of the surface. So E vector and ds vector will be along the same direction in this case. So what is the electric flux linked to the small elementary area? The electric flux linked to the small elementary area, so that is equal to d phi. So it must be equal to E vector dot ds vector. E vector dot ds vector, because E vector and ds vector both are in the same direction, so we can tell it as the EDS cos 0 degree. EDS, because E vector and ds vector both are in the same direction. So what is the total flux linked to the closed surface? The total electric flux, total flux linked to the closed surface, total flux linked to the closed surface, phi equal to integration of EDS. You are integrating this term only. So what will be the E? So E will be integration of, what is the E? E equal to 1 upon 4 by epsilon naught, Q upon R square. E equal to 1 upon 4 by epsilon naught, Q upon R square into ds. So this will be equal to Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught into R square is taken out. Remaining ds integration is the s. So this will be equal to Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught R square. What is the surface area of the sphere? Spherical surface. That is equal to 4, that is R square, 4 pi R square. surface area is 4 pi r square. This 4 pi cancel, and that r square also cancel. So remaining equal to q upon epsilon naught. So finally what you are getting? Phi equal to E vector dot ds vector integration, and this is equal to q upon epsilon naught. This is the net flux linked to the surface equal to total charge divided by epsilon naught. This is the flux. This is the Gauss law. The total for any distribution of charge, the total electric flux linked with the closed surface is equal to the total net charge enclosed divided by epsilon naught.